My name is Carrie Barrett, and I am head coach and founder of FOMO Training here in Austin. When I moved to Austin in 1998 from Ohio, I found myself kind of on a path of self-destruction and knew I needed to make a U-turn before I completely fell off. So I decided that I wanted to meet a new group of friends and train for a marathon, because for some reason that's what you do when you decide you're going to get fit. You decide you're going to run a marathon. So I literally just Google searched marathon training programs Austin, and a group called Austin Fit Training popped up. And it was one of the few training groups that were in town at that time that especially cater to beginners. And I will say that making the decision to join that group was very pivotal for me, but the biggest catalyst was actually crossing the finish line of that first marathon 6 months later. I take pride on the fact that I work with each of my athletes one-on-one. So I might have 5 or 6 people that are training for the same event, but each person is going to have different needs, different goals, and a different lifestyle. So I want to train each of them individually, essentially so that they can maximize their potential based on their set of limitations or their particular goals. Bottom line with working with people one-on-one is everybody wants to be seen and everybody wants to be heard. And sometimes I think in big training groups you can get lost in the shuffle, especially if you've got some issues that you need to deal with. So by working with people individually, I ensure that each person's needs are seen and they're heard. How I connect with the community is, it kind of goes back to what I just said. We like to be seen and we like to be heard. So I have several athletes who are very active, not only in the racing community, but in the volunteer community, always volunteering at races. We're also very active in the charity community here as well, particularly for a charity called Collins Hope, where over 15 of us are going to be doing an 11K swim this fall and raising money for collinshope.org, which is to prevent childhood drowning. So again, comes back to being seen and being heard, and then making that connection with the community in that way. The group mentality is what changed me for the better as a beginner. It gave me a family that I didn't have, especially since I was new to Austin. It gave me accountability, so I knew on Saturday mornings there may be a 15-mile run, but there are also going to be 10 other people waiting for me to do that 15-mile run. Whereas if I was training by myself, it was not going to get done. So in the beginning, it was absolutely the group mentality that helped me. And I would recommend that for any beginner, is reach out to your communities in town and find out which one works for you, because with any nice community in town, there's going to be several different options for you to choose from. So I will say that for beginners, reach out, have a support system, and then celebrate every little success along the way. So many people focus so much on that end goal and forget to celebrate the little accomplishments that they reach along the way to that big goal. So make sure that you take time and give yourself a pat on the back. It's never too late, which I know is very cliche, but I started on my fitness journey when I was about 24, and I'm just turned 40, and I feel better, of course, than I ever did when I was in my mid-20s. But again, I can't stress it enough. Find a community that fits your needs. Don't be afraid to reach out to people and just ask questions, because there are plenty of people who are out there to answer them, and just don't give up and celebrate the small steps. Oh, injuries, gosh. What has helped me mostly, there have been several things. One is I acknowledge it. So if there are days that I just am down in the dumps, you have to grieve. It's okay to have a pity party every now and then. Most days everything's great and it's perfect, but there are those days where the injury is going to get the better of you, and it's okay to just mourn it. I also recommend staying connected to the community. Through my injuries, since I'm also a coach, I really didn't have much choice, so I still have a roster of athletes that I'm training and that I'm trying to keep motivated, and by doing so, it has helped me stay motivated through some of the dark days. I think wellness just means being authentic. It means getting up in the morning and feeling good about where you're at physically, emotionally, and spiritually. To me, wellness also means not overdoing everything in life. And we're in this culture now where everything has to be overdone, and we have to tell everyone that we've overdone it. And for some reason, there's some bragging rights in that. And I'm hoping that we get to the stage soon where we can start bragging about, hey, I just sat in stillness today, or I just went to a yoga class and actually was able to relax today, or guess what, I took a day off from training today. Isn't that awesome? Hopefully we're making our way towards that soon. I'll let you know when I get there. I struggle with it every day too.